cholesterol doesn't cause atherosclerosis from the evidence base that we have. One thing that does cause atherosclerosis is one of the purported treatments for cardiovascular disease, which is telling people to eat a whole bunch of plant fats because they have nuts and seeds and oils and all these sorts of things because they have phytosterols in them. These are the plant version of cholesterol. All life on earth has cholesterol because they're all made out of cholesterol. And so the plant version of cholesterol is slightly different than ours, but it looks similar enough to ours that when we absorb it, our liver sort of thinks, okay, well, we're getting in dietary cholesterol, so we don't need as much. And so you don't make as much. And so your cholesterol levels go down below where your body naturally wants it. So I don't really think that we have a design flaw where our bodies are just trying to overproduce something to kill us. Maybe, certain individuals in the population, but not the entire population globally, not billions of people, not the entire species. That doesn't make any biological sense. And so you're lowering it below where your body wants it to be, first of all. But most importantly, these phytosterols, they say, eat more of these, eat more of these, eat more of these, because that lowers your cholesterol down. The problem with that is there's a disease named, we know about this, it's called cytosterolemia, SITO sterolemia. You can look it up. I'm not making this up. And usually this happens when people are genetically predisposed to absorbing more of the plant sterols than normally would be seen. So normally your body's trying not to absorb this stuff. And that should be a big warning flag to people. Your body's trying not to absorb this stuff. What little gets in disrupts your cholesterol metabolism, and that can be problematic for the reasons discussed. But the big problem is your body doesn't really want the plant cholesterol. It doesn't get used for the things that we normally use cholesterol for. We can't make hormones out of it, can't make vitamin D out of it. It doesn't really work well on our cell membranes. Mitochondria, or sorry, the macrophages pick them up, but they don't like them. They don't have a strong affinity for them, so they dump them places. And so if you have damage in your arteries and you have these macrophages that are full of these phytosterols, and it's there working, trying to repair this stuff, more often than not, it will dump all these phytosterols into the lining of your damaged artery, and you actually can get buildup in atherosclerosis. So the disease cytosterolemia is hallmarked by rapidly progressing aggressive atherosclerosis. So, and yet we're telling people eat as much nuts and seeds and phytosterols as you can because it lowers your cholesterol. And it's just de facto, if you lower your cholesterol, you're lowering your risk of heart disease. But even if cholesterol causes heart disease, which it doesn't, but let's say it did, lowering it by any hook or crook is insane. If you're lowering your cholesterol by replacing it with something that is known to cause heart disease, clearly that's not going to reduce your risk of heart disease. So there's some very strange things out there, but it's a lot more complicated than people think.